Good morning, readers. Today we are going to talk about life lessons. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and get out your reading, learning, intention sheet. Today as a reader, I am working on learning lessons about life from the books that I read. Be sure to also fill in the date and the book that you are reading. Readers, we read for many reasons. Sometimes we read for entertainment. Sometimes we read because our teacher tells us that we have to. One very important reason to read is to learn things from the books that we are reading. Readers, we often think of non-fiction books as being books that teach us things. But today I really want you to think about your fiction books and learning life lessons from those books. It's really important that we think about those books and the characters in those books and what the characters have learned and find possible life lessons for ourselves from what the characters have learned. Readers, thinking and talking about books helps us to think of things that we can apply to our own lives. Readers, to learn from our books, we need to think about the decisions the characters make. We need to think about the key scenes in the story. We need to think about the lesson the characters learn. And we need to think about the theme of the story. Readers, after we think about these things and answer these questions, we ask ourselves, how does this apply to my life? Let's build on what we talked about yesterday with the giving tree. Yesterday we talked about how the giving tree has themes of love and friendship. So if we think about the boy, he's always taking from the tree. We talk about how the tree loves the boy and is always giving to the tree. If I think about one of the key scenes in that book, that would be the last page of the book, where the tree has nothing left to give except for his companionship or friendship. It is at that point that the boy learns that when there is nothing else, there is still friendship. So, that leads me to the final question, how does this apply to my life? When I'm thinking about how this applies to my life, it seems to me that I could learn from this book that the most important thing in life are the relationships with other people, not things or what those people can give you, but just their friendships. Let's give this a try with another book. Again, we're going to think about The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. Go ahead and think about the decision the character makes. And when we're talking about the character in this story, we're thinking about Edward. Share with your partner what you decided. Now think about the key scenes in the story. What is a scene that kind of changes Edward? Give me a thumb up if you have one in your head. When I think about key scenes, I think about the scene in which Ruth Ann dies. That's the scene which really changes Edward. Now think about the lessons that Edward learns. Finally, think about the theme, and we've discussed many times that the theme of this story is love, and that would be the love between family members. Now, readers, it's time for the most difficult question. How does this apply to my life? So I want you to take a moment and reflect on this book and think about what it means for you. What lesson did the author of this book want you to learn? Please share with your reading partner now. Readers, today you will start reading by meeting with your book clubs. You will then read. While you read, you should be thinking about the themes and comparing themes from your story and the life lessons that the character learns and the author wanted you to learn by reading the story. Let's make it a great reading day.